Good afternoon. Today is Thursday and it's February the 8th, and the time right now is 11:31 in the morning. And it was another quiet day of trading in New York. In fact, this has been the characteristic for this entire week. Tomorrow will be no different as no major economic data will be released or are scheduled. So we can see that while the market has been pretty quiet, that does not stop the US equity market from charging new high. We can see that the Dow Jones has actually rebounded, although it did not break into a fresh new high for the year. So we can see the high traded is at 38,783.62. That remains, and market closed at 38,680.91 last night. And this has been the sentiment going forward, despite the Federal Reserve pouring cold water on a much rate cuts. The market is still very resilient, largely on the back of better than expected earning reports from US companies. So we can see the market's a little bit buoyant going forward. And in the S&P 500, we can see that is causing this index to actually charge into new high. Right now, we are only a hairbreadth away from the round number of 5,000 in the S&P 500. We can see the high traded overnight was 4,999.89, and this is, like I said, a hairbreadth away from the very round and nice number of 5,000. So once number hit 5,000, anything could happen because the market loves round numbers. So I expect some kind of reaction if and when tonight the market hit $5,000, 5,000 points in the S&P 500. In the Nasdaq, market again has a fresh high at 17,784.17, and again, the market looking very buoyant. If we do get a pullback, I suspect the market may actually go down to test either the January close at 17,128.74 or the December close at 16,813.76. So either or, this market deserves a more significant pullback, and in order to sustain this rally, a pullback is actually seen to be healthy. Now in the Nikkei 225, we can see that the Nikkei has charged higher this morning on the back of firmer expectation of higher prices on Wall Street. As we are speaking right now, the market is trading at 36,760, and this is not far away from the year high at 36,980. We will have to see whether the market has enough momentum to maintain this rally. By and large, I do expect a pullback, ideally a pullback to about 35,500 levels before the market goes up. Now, let's see what happens. And over in the Hang Seng, we can see the Hang Seng market remains very well bid, although we saw prices coming down yesterday and today after hitting the high of 16,455 in the futures contract traded in the Hong Kong Future Exchange. So this is still happening, and I still think that the three-wave rally towards the 16,800 may still actually come through. So stay on the long side if you can. And in the dollar itself, you can see the dollar has been very, very quiet. Since hitting a high of 104.46 on Monday, the market has been drifting lower. And if this continues, I think there are two possibilities here. Either the market go and test the November close at 103.46, or more likely the case to test the January close at 102.96, which is actually just above this swing high here, which can be a pivot line. And of course, this area at 102.56 to 102.96 is actually an area of demand which have seen market propel to the year high of 104.46. And that being the case, if the outlook is for the dollar to pull back, the other principal currencies should actually rally. We can see the euro dollar has bounced off the low at 107.23. However, this bounce has been very measured. There is no impulsiveness, so this can only be seen to be a technical rebound. And at the very most, we can see that the market may actually test the January close at 108.50 levels. Okay, it may not even get there for all I know. And in the sterling has a better outing. The rebound also happens in the sterling. The low at 125.18 has saw the market bounce to 126.42 overnight, and this looks like if we do see a pullback, ideally in the 50%, assuming the high is 126.42, then a pullback to 125.80 will be a good level to pick up some more long position, because I think there is still a little bit more upside to the sterling trade itself. And Aussie dollar, very much like the euro dollar, has seen a bounce off the low. The low recently is at 0.6469. However, the bounce has been very, very shallow, and there is really no momentum behind it. So I'm not going to give it a lot of view here, because if I have to go and buy currencies, there are better currencies to buy, like the sterling. Okay. However, when we look at this, the dollar seems to be bouncing back, but right now the dollar is getting to be very, very close to a area of demand. In my opinion, dollar Canadian could be one of the currency to watch, because if the dollar Canadian continue to dip, ideally to the 1.61, 61.8% retracement of the entire rise here to 135.44. I think the 134.14, 15 level seems to be a good level to buy, and let's see what happens. And dollar yen is the same thing. Dollar yen has not have a very, very deep pullback so far. The pullback has been very shallow, and if we do get a pullback, I think the 147.18 to 146.80, 90 level seems to be a good area to pick up some more long position for another attempt to rally beyond the 148.90 levels. And over in the precious metal, we can see precious metals continue to consolidate. Last night we have a marginal high. We have a high at $2,044.65. Now this is either the top of this range or maybe one more attempt to take out this level here, ideally into the $2,046 level. I think this market is poised to come down, and I will be looking actively for a selling signal to actually go short, because I think a break of $2,001.90 is likely to be the case for a challenge of $1,973. And if that's the case, I think the silver is also poised to go down, although we have a bit of a come off last night, but this level has been very, very controlled. We do not see a major rally in silver at this moment in time, because the market remains very weak in a gold market. So that could have a negative a spillover into the silver contract. In oil managed to rebound to $74.24 this morning. However, this rise is still very tentative. We want to see a more robust rally beyond this swing higher. There's a swing high nearby at $74.30. Let's see if we can maintain and close above this level. If not, then the market will be poised to come back down again. I think for a time being, I think the bias is to the downside. And over in Bitcoin, we can see Bitcoin actually rallied. This morning, it went up to 44,762, which is actually come as a surprise, because in yesterday's update, I was talking about consolidation that's actually maybe more conducive for a pullback, but the market actually went the other way. So we can see the Bitcoin rallied to 44,762, and this could be significant because for more than a week, the market could not sustain above 43,800. So this rally here by more than $1,000 or roughly $1,000 could actually set the stage for a further rally into 45,600 to 46,300 levels. This could be one area to watch, because at the end of the day, this pullback from 49,000 does not look complete. So a rally into this pocket of resistance here may actually be a good level to actually consider taking a short position for another leg below 38,500, despite the general bullishness leading into the halving event, which is expected to be on April 21st. So we want to see how things pan out, but I think technically there is a possibility that this area 45,600 to 46,300 could actually cap this run. So this is all I have for you. You take care, and again, tonight is going to be pretty quiet. It's all going to be technical trading. So if you are going to be trading, look at your technical outlook for clue as to which way the market will go in whatever market you are trading. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.